Of course, you can not only get data, you can also send data. So let's try this. I'll change the method to post. And when posting data, I of course also have to, well, attach some data. I'll also turn this back to no longer access any element, but I will leave the JSON parse since I will get back JSON data here too. I'll also add one extra thing. After opening the request, I'll set the request header to let the server which gets the request know which content it gets. So I'll set the content type header to application x www form URL encoded. And that's just a specific content type telling the server that it's getting data in the form URL encoded format. And I'll show you this format here where I create a data variable. And I'll just set up a dummy data here. And let's say, since I'm creating a post, I'll have a title of, let's say, post title, and I'll use $20 to represent a white space here. And typically you would not type this manually, but of course fetch from a form in your project, for example. And again, learn more in this using XML HTTP request document. And I'll also set a body, so I'll add an and sign, and body should be equal to body like this. And then the data, of course, has to be attached. And I do this here in the send method, which takes an argument, the data I want to send. So with that, I'm now leaving the same URL, but I'm sending a post request. I'm sending this data here, and I'm still parsing any response I'll get back. I also set the request header to let the server know what it's getting. I also need to change the status check here to check for status 201, since this will be the status I get back when I create or when I post something here. Since 201 means everything is okay, a resource was created. And that is what I typically want to do when sending a post request. So here I'll hit run. And as you can see, I'm getting back an object with my data. Of course, this is just dummy data. It wasn't created on some server. It's not stored anywhere, but I'm getting back data I sent. And this shows me that this worked. And this is how you can post data. Again, if you want to learn more about how to parse data and convert it into a data variable which you can attach, check out this using XML HTTP request article. And as mentioned in the beginning of this module, oftentimes you'll use a third-party library which will handle this for you. Nonetheless, it's important to understand how this works, and I sure hope that the lectures here were helpful regarding this aspect.